(2023) Nesg abandons presidential debate on economic policy and blames reluctance by candidates' political parties. Wow, by Edmond Odok. Nigerians desire to hear the presidential candidates of the various political parties outline their economic plans for the country in a public debate ahead of the 2023 general elections has already suffered a serious setback. No thanks to the clearly uncooperative attitude of some presidential candidates and their political parties, the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, has shelved the presidential debate on economic policy earlier planned for Tuesday, November 15 in Abuja. And that's supposed to be tomorrow. Though the Nesg failed to clearly state the reasons for its decision, insider sources said the presidential candidates of the two major political parties, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), have remained hostile and unamenable to rational public debate among the flag bearers. Can you imagine? But dropping hints on what informed his sudden move, the private sector-led think tank and public policy advocacy group said the action became necessary after a critical assessment of events surrounding recent engagements with the presidential candidates as well as subsequent statements from political parties. Yes, a statement announcing the group's decision said the debate will no longer take place as planned due to these prevailing circumstances, adding, "We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this decision may cause our stakeholders and all Nigerians." However, despite being forced to temporarily abandon the process, the Nesg maintained that debates being essential to the election process and increasingly regarded as a tradition and the bedrock of a healthy democracy, it would actively seek independent direct engagement with the candidates on critical economic policy reform issues and prescriptions. According to the statement signed by its Chief Executive Officer, Laoye Jayola, debates embody fundamental principles which ensure that the citizens are informed and actively involved in leadership choices and decision-making. At this critical time in our country's history, it is now more important than ever to nudge Nigerians towards informed voting choices that result in transformational leaders with the knowledge and understanding of the issues that will steer our country towards shared economic prosperity. Nesg said it was against this background that it decided to facilitate a presidential debate alongside NEDG in collaboration with other concerned groups, stressing, "We envision a Nigeria where election debates are an integral part of the electoral process and candidates are eager to engage citizens in discussions about their mandates, experience, ability, capacity, knowledge, and overall competence for the positions they seek." As a non-partisan organization with a mandate to foster the establishment of an economic foundation for democracy, the Nesg said, "We remain committed to providing a platform for such engagement in the national interest." The group explained that the now abandoned debate was meant to provide a unique platform and opportunity for presidential candidates to discuss their economic agenda in an environment of civil discourse. It was being facilitated by the Nesg and the Nigerian Elections Debate Group (NEDG) in collaboration with Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Nigerian Guild of Editors, Center for Journalism Innovation and Development, Enough is Enough, Budge IT, as well as Radio, Television, Theatre, and Arts Workers Union, RATAU. Wow. So this is what this is coming to be by Edmond Odok, that NESG, the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, organized a debate on economic policy of the country, all right, and intended to bring in all the presidential candidates of all the political parties to come and discuss their plans and mandates on how they are going to manage our economic policies, how they are going to implement economic reforms that will be profitable to the country. Unfortunately, this plan has been abandoned. The debate has been postponed. It was meant to hold on November 15th, Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Unfortunately, this plan has been abandoned, and reason being that the presidential candidate of the two major political parties, PDP and APC, continue to show reluctance, continue to be hostile to these debating plans and attempts, and refuse to give their cooperations. So that's still the reason. Just like when Arise TV organized the same debate last time, and these two same persons refused to come. Now, NESG, that is Nigerian Economic Summit Group, is organizing another debate, and these two persons also are refusing to come. And they are the reason why this debate now is not going to hold anymore. And now, this same group, NESG, is now going to seek a different occasion for individual interaction between them and these candidates, for them to understand their plans for economic policies and their economic reform plans for the nation when they finally ascend power as president of the nation. So this is unfortunate, and this is the same thing like we've said earlier, that presidential debate in Nigeria has just died a sudden death, simply because these same people have refused to show their cooperation towards a healthy presidential debate in Nigeria. And this is why Peter Obi has also vowed never to be in any presidential debate where his fellow contenders from other political parties are missing or are absent or are failing to attend. And everybody accepted that from Peter Obi because it's becoming too much. All right? So why would these two people be refusing presidential debate that have been accepted now as a democratic process, as part of electoral process for getting a leader, as a means of, allowing the populace, the electorates, to interact directly with the aspirants where pertinent questions will be asked? These two people have refused to attend. And simply, and I'm sure what's in my mind is what's in other people's mind, simply because there are certain critical questions that they wouldn't want to answer, that they wouldn't want to be asked such questions. They wouldn't want to respond to such questions. And those questions borders around their integrity and their personality, their wealth, their health, and their capacity and capability, their honesty to lead Nigeria aright. These pertinent questions, they don't want to answer those questions. And this is the sheer reason they don't want to attend any debate, and are discouraging organization of any debate going forward. It's quite unfortunate that we're in a system where leaders don't want to talk directly with people they are begging to vote them into power. This means that they have something else in mind they will do when they get to office. So they don't want to commit themselves by saying what the people want to hear and probably getting office to begin to do another thing. They want to prevent that commitment. Or they also don't want to answer any question or be asked any question that will expose their weak points to the electorate or to the public, because their capacity, their capabilities, their knowledge, the understanding of the state of the country, their personality will all be assessed and be given the level of credence that they deserve if need be. Unfortunately, these guys are not giving the opportunity for that to happen. So that is what Nesg say here, the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, that their planned debate, presidential debate, has been abandoned, and they blame it on reluctance by candidates and their political parties. And basically, the PDP and the APC candidates are the key culprits in this excuse. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments below.